Okay, we're going to go over the 6.1 concept, example 1. So first off, the main concept that I need you to understand is if you have something that's written n here, a equals a to the 1 over n. So that's a concept that you need to understand. So if I have something, for example, as the 3 here, square root of a, that's cube root, equals, this can be written as a to the 1 over 3. Okay? For your flashcards for this section, I want you to do the core concepts. You'll see the 4 bullet points, and I want you to make a flashcard out of those. Okay? However, I'm going to explain each concept as I'm going through an example. I'm going to first go through example A. So when you look at example A, it looks kind of confusing. But what I want you to think is that they are just asking this question. They're asking x to the third equals negative 27. We are wanting to find what x is, okay? We will go back to our core concepts in the first bullet point. The first bullet point reads, if n is odd, then a has one real nth root, okay? So we have n right here, 3, n is odd, so we have one real nth root, okay? So when you just look at this, you can do mental math, and you see that your answer is negative, correct? So you have a negative answer, and you have odd exponent. So that means something times something times something has to give you negative 27. This can be rewritten as this, 3 cube root negative 27. Or this can be written as, this is the same as saying negative 27 1/3. Okay. What I want you to think is what times what times what is going to give you negative 27. So let's go what times what times what is going to equal negative 27. Okay, so we could start out with 2 times 2 times 2, which that's going to give us 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, so that's not the correct answer. If we put 3 here, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. Okay, let's not forget about our negatives. So we have an odd number, right? That's important because a negative times a negative is going to give you a positive. However, we have our third negative, so that ends up giving us negative 27. Okay, so our answer for that is negative 3. Okay, we're going to move to example B. Example B, once again, you can write it as x to the 4th equals 16. Okay, we're trying to figure out what x equals. Now let's go back to our core concepts. So we've covered the first bullet with example A. Now we're going to cover the second bullet. The second bullet says if n is even, here's our n and it's even, and a is greater than 0, here's our a and it's greater than 0, then a has two real nth roots. Okay? So that means that we can rewrite this as 4, right? 16. Or we can rewrite this as 16 and 1/4. Okay, Hunter, what you need to understand, it's important to realize that this is even, right? Compared to our odd one. Okay, so we need to know what times what times what times what equals 16, okay? When we look at this, 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, that's 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, that's positive 2, positive 2, positive 2, positive 2. Now we need to consider the negatives. Well, since it's even, the negatives will cancel out and give us a positive number. So we can also have the answer of -2 times -2 times -2 times -2. Okay? And that will also give us 16. Because remember, this negative will cancel out this negative and give us 4. This negative will cancel out this negative and also give us 4. 4 times 4 equals 16. So that's the concept for example 1. Go ahead and do number 1 and number 2 for practice.